Hello everyone, welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is a series where I get to talk a little bit about and touch base upon various mythological beasts, beings, and the like, pulled from lore worldwide. And I always like to preface by saying that I am not a linguist, so if I mispronounce anything, I do apologize in advance. Today I want to talk about a creature. It comes by a number of names depending on the regional variety, and we'll get a little more into that momentarily. But this one is known as the Sihuanaba, also potentially known as the Cegua or Sihuehuet. But like I said, there's a number of names and I'll list them down below. But essentially this is a creature, this entity that comes from Central American folklore. And sometimes even occasionally being talked about in Mexico. Mexico has its own variety. But with that said, it's predominantly located in Central America. It is a shapeshifter that, brief description right now, it's that it is a female formed shapeshifter that looks like an attractive long-haired woman from the backside. And it's known to lure men to danger. So it is one of those types of creatures. Now, what is actually really terrifying is the fact that though looking from the back, again, an attractive female form, if you catch glimpses of her face, it will clearly tell you this is no person, because the face either is shaped like a horse or just looks like a skull. Kind of nightmarish, there you go. But the idea of this creature, the Sihuanaba, may have been brought over to this, Central American cultures from Spain during the colonial period. That is the theory as it so stands. But going back again to the creature itself, she usually is depicted either naked or wearing these very flimsy, either all white or all black clothing. She's often first spotted in areas with water sources. Maybe this could be anything from bathing in a public water tank or a river, but again, likes to hub around various water sources. On occasion, she's washing clothes at those places with water, but her MO is again to lure men out into the dark, typically on moonless nights, where she'll try to, depending on the story, lose them in the canyons or the dark forest, or she will proceed to attack her victims. And in those cases, during those last final moments, she will quickly reveal her true face. And again, beautiful woman in form, but has a face of either a horse or a skull. And the men she usually chooses as victims are more often than not unfaithful men. So there is something behind why she selects these people. And the men would either die by just dread and fear alone as soon as he lays eyes upon the face of this creature, or is driven mad. If it survives, he becomes mad. So neither a very great scenario. Now, the Sihuanaba can also be a little more crafty, not just look like any pretty female form from the back, but could actually take the guise of the girlfriend of the chosen victim, so the man. And so he may be following a familiar form rather than pursuing a attractive woman that he doesn't know. Other times, and even more heinous in my mind, is that the creature can appear to children and hunt children. In these situations, she will appear as the mother of the child. And once the child sees, again, that horrific face, that terrifying true form revealed, the child is then driven mad and insane, and sometimes is left to wander the world lost and again crazed. So not of the most pleasant of creatures. And as I mentioned in the beginning, there are a number of varietal regional differences. So if you are interested in this creature, please look them up, because there's variations everywhere. El Salvador, Guatemala, again, Mexico, even Spain, and again, there's a whole bunch of them. So you can look more in depth at each of the regional varieties, because there are a number of them, and enjoy your mythic discovery in the sense. So if you have any questions for me about this or anything else, please post them in the comments below or reach out to me on any of my social media. And until next time, everyone, Skål.